Good morning. Sun's just coming up over the house, so we've got full sun here, and I've got a brand new Jackery Explorer 1000 V2 in the box, so we're going to go ahead and open that up and take a look at some solar. While I'm doing that, down on the ground here I've got a 150 watt portable panel and a 10 watt Goal Zero Nomad. This is great for charging phones. It's great for backcountry camping, that kind of thing. But let's open up the Explorer and see what we got here. This is actually the second 1000 that I've purchased, and I buy these with my own money. I'm not sponsored by anybody. Pull that out of the box. All right, get rid of that. There we go. So we've got the 1000 V2 solar generator, and get the pull tab here. That's always satisfying. Yeah, not so satisfying. Okay. Not a biggie. Get that opened up. Open it up and see what we got in there. Okay, first thing is we've got our power cable, AC charging cable. Set that over to the side. Got the user manual. Nice packing cardboard inside. And then, love that flip up handle. Pull that out. Set that on the table. And in the bottom, got some more packing. And that's it. That's all that's in the box. So take a closer look at the 1000 V2. Now this one's new out of the box, so I'm not going to put a load on this until I've got it completely charged. I have my first unit that I purchased directly from Jackery.com inside. It's been running my home studio, home office, and ham shack for about a week now, running off these solar panels, and it has worked out absolutely wonderful. Right now that unit's charging, so what I'm going to do, because this is a new unit, I don't want to put a load on here before I fully charge, so I'm going to go over this one, kind of what's on the face here and what this thing is all about. And then I'm going to swap units because that one's charging, and I'm going to take this inside and let it charge to full before I put any kind of a load on this unit. So on the face, we've got the very satisfying peel. Love doing that. So we've got our power button. This has a light, great light, 3 modes. It's got full on, flashing, and then SOS. That's a nice feature to have. Then over here we've got our USB ports. We've got 2 USB-C ports, 30 watts and 100 watts. We've got a USB-A at 18 watts. Turn the DC USB on from here, and then we've got 3 power ports, 3 120 volt power ports over here, which we turn on with the AC power button, so you can have AC power or DC power or both. And the nice thing about these units is that they are a pure sine wave battery, so that you're getting good clean energy to laptops, cameras, phones, things like that. You're not worried about any of that. Over on the side, we've got our AC input and then 2 DC inputs for solar charging. And we'll talk a little bit more about these in just a minute. And that's the basic layout. I'm going to go ahead and flip the power on. See what we've got. So out of the box, it's coming in at 28% charged, showing me 0 output, 0 input, and it's telling me that it's ready to pair. So I'm going to go ahead and pair this one with my phone now. And I've got the Jackery app already installed because, like I said, I've got one more of these sitting inside. So I'm going to go over home and let's turn on screen record. All right. Now, showing one device already paired, add another device scanned. It's binding, and there we go. Yes, I do want to connect Wi-Fi. This will probably not do it on the first try, only because my Wi-Fi is 5 gigahertz, and this wants to go on 2.4 gigahertz. Connecting, we'll see if it connects to Wi-Fi. Also, I'm sitting out in the backyard, although I'm getting a full Wi-Fi signal. That's from the home office inside. So that's a good thing. I do have a Wi-Fi router in there. Give this thing a minute to connect to Wi-Fi, which is a great feature because I can check the status of these if I'm not home, and configuration successful. Awesome. Cool. All right, so now I've got two Explorer 1000s on Wi-Fi. The one inside is at 66%, and this one out here is 26%. I'm going to have to go in and rename these so I know which one's which. I'm not going to worry about that right now. So let me go swap this one out. I'm going to go ahead and put this on AC charging, and I'll pull the one that I've been using out, and we'll go through the solar setup. Okay, so this is the one that I've been using for about a week. A little dust and cat fur on there. Go ahead and power it on. And we're on. We're at 67% charge. No input, no output. So the first thing I want to do is trial by fire here, learning by experience. After Hurricane Milton, we were without power for 5 days. And before Milton, I had advised one of my neighbors to get a Jackery 300. I'm using a Jackery 300 right now to power all my cameras over there. And I've had that 300 for about 4 years now and have used it in a variety of settings. So my neighbor bought three Jackery 300s, and we tried everything we could to get that thing to feed solar. And we could not get that plugged into solar. And if Jackery's there, make it super clear that you need this. You need this adapter. And I'm going to put a link in the description to this particular adapter. I want to show you what happens. So I've got my portable panel here, and this portable panel links directly into my 300, no problem, and delivers power. Let me go ahead and plug this into the DC input on the side, and I'm not getting a lot of sun here. It's still partly in shadow, but I'm getting enough sun to deliver some wattage. Right now I'm showing 0 input. The reason for that is that the standard connector for all this solar stuff is a small pin. And I'll show a close-up here of this small pin in the center of the adapter. What these need, the new series, what these need is this adapter from Jackery, which is going to... And I just had my aha moment as I was editing the video. I was talking about this adapter from Jackery. Now, when you look in, let's see if we can get focus. I don't think this will focus that close up, but the pin to Jackery is larger than the pin coming from the solar cable. And what I was thinking as I was outside was that it was the gauge of the wire, gauge of the cable, that was throttling my wattage from the solar panels. Right now it's full sunlight out. I've got 4 200-watt panels. I'm only getting 400 watts of input when I've got 800 watts of panel. And what I think I just realized is that it's not the cable that's doing it, it's this pin right here. This adapter from Jackery converts this small pin to the large pin in. This is what I think is causing me to lose the capacity of my solar panels. So not only do I need this, I think I need to go to Jackery and get the Jackery version of the solar adapter cable so that I don't need this. I've got the right size pin on the right size cable. I think that's the issue that I'm having. take this from the small pin to this large pin right here. This does not come in the box. You have to order this separately. I ordered this one directly from Jackery. Oh, let me mention, this unit I ordered directly from Jackery.com, and because I ordered it directly from them, they automatically registered my warranty just because I ordered from them. The second unit that I just unboxed, I got on Amazon on a Black Friday special for right about 400 bucks. And so I need to make sure that I do register that warranty. Okay, this is not included with the battery unit itself. You have to have this in order to plug in solar. Solar adapters come with that small pin. This needs to be converted to the longer pin. Now I'm going to go ahead and plug this into the DC input, and yep, I'm getting 5 watts of input just from this portable setup right here that's mostly in shade. So that's the key, is this adapter right here. Now I'm going to pull this off, and we're going to talk about these Renogy panels. I have a total of 6 200 watt Renogy solar panels that I ordered from Orion Van Gear. I'll put a link in the description. Again, I'm not sponsored. I have no affiliations. I ordered those from Orion Van Gear, and great customer service. They shipped. I had them within about a week, and I did have a shipping question for Orion. So I went to the help button on their website, and they responded very quickly. And we had an email exchange, wonderful email exchange, great customer service. Love that. So I'll be ordering any additional supplies that I need directly through them. So I've got the Renogy 200 panels. These are hard panels. They're well made. They've got plastic adapters on the corner. My friend next door who ordered a solar panel from Amazon, one of her complaints was that the edges were very sharp, and she didn't like that. These have a nice rounded, rounded edge here. On the back of the panel, we've got the whatever you want to call this, the mount, I guess. And then we've got a plus cord and a minus cord. So I am going to plug this in, and this is super simple. It's hard to get this backwards. What did I do? Okay, there's the orange plug. Don't lose the orange plug. I'm going to have to order extras of these, and I'm just going to put that on the tip there. I'm going to go ahead and plug this in to the DC input over here, and then to connect this is very simple. You can't get it backwards, black to black, red to red. However, you'll notice that the wires on the Renogy are both black. They are labeled. This one's negative, this one's positive, but you can't get it backwards because the adapters only fit one way. So I'm going to go ahead, cable that in. So now that's as easy as that. So I've got that connected. Now I'm just going to flip this around and try to do my best to aim it at the rising sun over there. And we've got 81 watts of input. 81 watts of input. Full sun. It's morning, so the sun's low in the sky. It's November here in Florida, so the sun's a little bit lower, and I'm pulling 81 watts off one panel right now. Now, I've got 5 panels over here. The first one on the end there is not connected to anything. It's just sitting out here right now. I am going to try to get these all wired up in series, and see what's the maximum input that I can get over here. And I have some thoughts about that. I'm going to unclip these. There's a little tool that makes doing this a whole lot easier. I'm just squeezing in there. And that tool is on order. Just have to press these pieces in. There we go. So here we've got our connector, red to red, boom, black to black, boom. There we go. Okay, now I'm pulling 188 watts, 189. It's going to fluctuate a little bit, but I'm pulling, 189 watts. So I've got these two connected in series, and I'm going to go ahead and flip those around, show you what I mean by that. Now for this configuration, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the plus and I'm going to connect it to the negative. That sounds contrary, but this should work. Now I've got a positive over here and a negative over here. Let me get my feed lines. So now I'm going to feed the negative from this side into the black negative here. And I'm going to feed the positive from this side into the red positive here. And then get these flipped around and see if that made a difference. Set these to the side, see what we've got. I'm pulling 200 watts. I'm sitting right about 200 watts. Okay, now let's try this. What happens if I add a third? All right, now we've got 3 panels. Let's see what we got. Nothing. We're getting no input. Okay. Kind of expected that, because what's happening now that I've got 3 panels wired together, I'm actually putting too much voltage, I think, into the Jackery, and it has automatically said, nope, not good. So we're going to undo that. I'm going to do the same over here. I'm going to pull these connectors off. Now I need to pull those 2 feed lines out from my room, get them out here and on the Jackery so we can see what the wattage is with all 4 panels right now sitting around that 200 mark. Let's go ahead and fire this up. Okay, there we go. Yep. So now I'm picking up 296 watts across those 4 panels. It turns out I did not have panel number 4 connected, talking and working at the same time. Work, keep your mind on what you're doing. So I've got panel 1, 2, 3, and 4 feeding into the Jackery. I'm pulling 300 watts of solar, no output right now, and it's telling me it's going to take 1.3 hours to get to a full charge. Right now it's at 69%. Now let's talk about the use case for the Jackery 1000. My 300 I take camping with me, and it keeps all my batteries for my cameras charged. It keeps my phone charged. When it's fully charged at night, the 300 will run my CPAP machine all night long. It lasts through the night, so if I'm camping in the Jeep, I've got power and I've got my CPAP and I'm able to do that, and I've done that, and it's a wonderful experience. With the 1000, that's going to give me even more ability, more capability. Most importantly, though, here in Florida, we get the hurricanes from time to time, and I learned during Milton that I can't rely on gas-powered generators. I've got 2 gas-powered generators, and neither one of them is working right now, and that's my fault. That's a maintenance issue. Sorry, I've got a hair there. That was a maintenance issue on my part for the gas power generators, so I'm replacing carburetors and getting those running again, and the gas generators will be that. They will be the backup supply for these when solar is not available. There was a couple of cloudy days after Milton. I was able to charge my 300 using just this during Milton, and that worked out great, but now I've got even more capability here with 6 panels. I've got 2 Jackery 1000s. Now, a viewer questioned my choice of Jackery. He recommended a Bluetti or a Bluetti, depending on how you want to pronounce it. He recommended the Bluetti. It's got a LifePo 4 battery as opposed to the Jackery. What I'm going to do is, that's a great suggestion. He questioned me why the Jackery and not Bluetti, based on that LifePo 4, longer life expectancy. So I'll be ordering a Bluetti, and we'll do a side-by-side comparison. It will take a long time to do a long-term review of the capabilities of each, but I really need 3 1,000-watt battery backups. So I've got 2 Jackeries, and then I'll order that Bluetti, and that'll give me that backup that I need. What's the use case? In a power down situation following a hurricane, I need one for my bedroom, my daughter needs one for her bedroom, and then we need one for the kitchen. This will run my refrigerator overnight and then recharge during the day. So that's use number 1. Refrigerator keeps running. And whether it's backing up, powering back up from solar or powering back up from a gas generator, either way, the refrigerator stays, because that's the one thing that we lost during Milton, was everything in the refrigerator. Luckily, we were able to do a fish fry the night that we lost power, and ate all that good fish. So that's use case 1, is the kitchen. Use case 2 is my bedroom. Currently, as I said before, I'm using the 1000 to power my home office and studio and ham shack. All that sits on one side of my bedroom, and right now everything's running off of that, and it runs wonderfully. I'm able to use it during the day while everything is charging from solar. Provides enough power to run. I've got Yaesu 710. I've got a Retevis 95. I've got a shortwave. I've got a Baofeng on a charger, so I've got 4 different radios sitting on that table. I've got an iMac and a Mac Air. Then I've got my lights, I've got my studio lights, and I've got my office lights, and everything is running off of this unit. So that's bedroom use scenario. Hurricane goes down, we don't have air conditioning. I do have a portable air conditioner in my room, which will cool my room. It's not going to be chilly, but it'll be cool enough. This will run the air conditioner. This does run that portable air conditioner. So use case number 3, in my daughter's room, she's got her lights, her TV, her internet, and her air conditioner, and the 1000 is going to keep all of those things going. So I've got 6 panels total, because I can throw 2 panels on one battery, 2 panels on the second battery, and 2 panels on the third battery. So I'll have 2 over by the kitchen, 2 behind my room, which is where I am now, and 2 over by her room, and that way everything is running if we lose power again during a hurricane. Other than that, I'm going to clear some more space here. I'll get these 2 last panels put up against the fence. I got some stumps over there to clean out. I'll build the rack, so I'm going to have all 6 panels lined up here on the fence line with a height adjustment, seasonal height adjustment for the angle of the panel, and that will just feed into my room to power my studio, my office, my ham shack, and all of those things. So I want to go inside and kind of show you what the setup looks like inside the house. So we've got the Jackery in the kitchen, we've got the microwave, coffee pot, and refrigerator plugged into it, And right now, I'm not drawing any wattage. The refrigerator is off. I'm going to go ahead and open the door for a minute just to kick on the, there we go. Now we're outputting 111 watts. Hey, that was just the light bulb inside the refrigerator. That really interesting. I need to change that light bulb out. That's a 100-watt bulb in there. In a minute, that's going to kick on. So this will run the refrigerator. I am about coffeeed out, but I'm going to go ahead and brew a pot of coffee just to show that we can get some appliances going on here. There we go. We'll start the brew cycle. Whoa, 1,500 watts. Wow. That's really kicking it out there. Whoops, I interrupted the brew cycle. 1,500 watts. It's putting it out. It's putting out 1,580 watts of power right now, showing me it's going to last half an hour at that output. Battery's at 72%. We'll see if that goes down as that's brewing. In a power down scenario, I would not be using my coffee maker to make coffee. I just want to show the capability of what we can do here. Now I'm curious. Breakfast time. I'm going to throw an egg muffin in the microwave. See what happens there. Microwave's running. Okay, outputs. Shoo! Yeah, she's outputting 1,850 watts. I mean, it's doing it. And there, shut down. Kicked off. All right, good. That's good. That was way too much load for this. And so that has kicked off. So to answer that question, no, we're not going to run the coffee pot on solar in that scenario. I have propane, I have charcoal, I have wood, I have isobutane. I can make coffee a number of different ways to do that. Let's turn that back on. Do a reset here. Okay. Refrigerator motor is still not running. The compressor is not running. Let's just go ahead and open up the fridge and see if we can't get that motor to kick on. Microwave has reset, so let's throw that back on. Okay, microwave's running. 500, 900, 1,000, 1,500. Yeah, that microwave's pulling, that's pulling 1,700 watts of power. I mean, it's doing it, but that's only going to last me 15 minutes if I'm using a microwave. So that's out. The microwave is out. Will this run the stove? No, it won't run the stove. The stove is on a separate circuit, and that's a much higher output than you could get from here. So the stove is completely out. We can microwave, but I am going to chew up this power, and I am running this thing harsh right now because that microwave's pulling 1,750 watts to cook my breakfast, and it's doing it, but I'm not going to be using the microwave during a power out scenario. I guess I could pop a bag of popcorn, charge it back up. Yep, and there it kicked off. Didn't even finish the 90-second cycle on that. So the microwave is out. Now, I do want my breakfast, so I'm going to plug back into the wall. And yeah, that's hot enough. So breakfast is done. So now I've got just the refrigerator sitting on that. And right now the compressor's turned off. So once it kicks back on, we'll come over and we'll take a look and see what the output is on the Jackery. So microwave is out, coffee pot is out, stove is out. That's okay. I've got all the contingency cooking. I do a lot of hiking and camping and all that. So we've got plenty of ways to cook food. We'll wait for the refrigerator to kick on and see what happens next. Okay, so the refrigerator compressor just came on. And right now, Jackery's outputting 120 watts to run the refrigerator. This is not the most high efficiency refrigerator. It's probably 10 years old or so. On startup, it jumped up a little bit, but was under 500 watts on startup. That's just a little kickstart. When it starts up, that compressor gets going, it pulls a little bit more wattage, and then it drops right down immediately. So it peaks at about 500 for just a brief moment, and right now it's running about 120 watts. And that'll run at 50% power on the battery. That's going to run for 4 hours. Like I said, charging during the day, I would have this on 2 panels during the day. So I'd be inputting close to 400 watts, outputting 100 watts. The math makes it easy. That'll run solar all day long, and then overnight the refrigerator will stay on overnight and then recharge the next day. And of course, a lot of that's going to depend on how many times you open and close the refrigerator as to how much power it's going to draw. Another use case that I didn't mention is the 300 powering my Wi-Fi during a blackout. During Hurricane Milton, we lost power, but we did not lose our internet. Our internet provider here, which has been in our HOA now for about a year and a half, did a really good installation outside. And I don't think, except for a few minor interruptions, we didn't lose Wi-Fi. So during a power blackout, I would have the Wi-Fi router connected to the Jackery 300, and that's going to run that. That powers my Wi-Fi. That keeps everything up and running out here from that end. And that's what the 300 is going to do in that scenario. Okay, so now I'm in the home office slash studio slash bedroom. And everything that's powered on this side of the room right now, from the iMac to my ham shack, is all being powered right off the Jackery 1000. I've got one on the desk up here. That's the one that I got today. And then the one that I've been using is down on the floor running everything over here. So I've been working all day today editing this video. I've had the radios on. I've got the laptop on over there. I did run the air conditioner just to show that I can power that portable air conditioner through one of these 1000 watt batteries, and everything is running absolutely fine. So I'll let you know what I find out when I get that Jackery solar charging cable, the right one from Jackery for these units. Those generic ones that I was getting from Amazon just don't seem to do the trick, so I'm going to get the right one from Jackery. Hit subscribe so you'll be notified when that video comes out, and if you found these tips helpful, hit the like button. Thanks. I'll see you next time.